Good evening, everyone. Nothing looks interesting when we are lazy, but everything becomes easy when we are crazy. So, friends, just be crazy for next 10 seconds and create some energy in the house. Are you ready to clap with me? Excellent. Welcome, Toastmasters and guests. My name is Rohidas, and I'm your sergeant at arms for the today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 353rd meeting of Agnel Toastmasters Club. Before we start our meeting, there are a few ground rules that I would urge you all to follow. Kindly switch off your mobile phone or turn it to a silent mode. I will give you 10 seconds to do so. Thank you. Also, kindly refrain from any cross talks when the speaker is addressing the audiences because this disturbs the speaker. The drinking water facility and the gents washroom is on the left side of the meeting hall and the ladies washroom is on the right side of the meeting hall. Please feel to use these facilities during the break. I really appreciate you all following these rules. Thank you. Now, I would request you all to stand for the club's mission. We provide a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in self-growth and resulting in self-development and personal growth. Please be seated. Without any further ado, let me call upon the versatile member of our club, the avid reader, the person who goes for running every day, a marathon runner, and an electric engineer by profession working at BARC. Is none other than our presiding officer, Toastmaster Dheeraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohidas, for energetic start of the meeting. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 353rd meeting of Agnel Toastmaster Club. And with the gavel, I officially announce the start of our 353rd meeting. So how is everyone doing? Voice is low, energy is low. How is everyone doing? Okay, so everyone is doing great. So let me ask one question from all of you. What is the most precious thing we humans have? Brain, time, smile, kindness. But we have a limited, and the most precious thing is time. We don't have any control over the time. We can create multiple brains if we increase the population. We use the AI. We can increase the smile if we increase the population and make everyone happy. But we don't have control over the time. Time is limited quantity. And if you do thorough analysis of the time, this time is everything. Time is money, time is health, time is relationship, time is professional excellence. How? Let me tell you. If you put your time in learning a new skill that earn you money, then time is money. If you invest your time in building a habit that improves your physical activity, your physical soundness of the body, then time is the health. If you invest this time in building a relationship, if you're giving your time to your family, friends, children, your girlfriend, then you will build a strong relationship. Similarly, if you are putting the time for taking the competitive examination or planning for your official work, you are doing a hard work dedicatedly, putting all the time, then it means time is professional excellence. Now, this means that time is most precious thing, and we should not waste our time or others' time also. Because if someone is giving you time, it means that person is giving a part of his health, wealth, relationship, and professional accomplishment. I give you an example. Suppose in this Toastmasters Club, we assign mentor-mentee. So mentor is taking out the time from his busy schedule. He is giving a part of his money, health, fitness, professional achievement, and then helping you to become a better speaker. Respect that thing and learn from it, and once you become a capable speaker, it's your duty to give back to the club, take the role players, become the next time mentor. Similarly, our XCOM puts a lot of effort to ensure that this meeting happens in a seamless manner. All our XCOM members, especially our VP, Vice President Education Toastmaster Dharmesh, runs after every role player to ensure that all the role players are appropriate. Like if a level 4 speech 3 speaker is there, then he will ensure that the appropriate evaluator is there. Similarly, new members should get the opportunity. So he planned everything accordingly and he starts approaching everyone at least 2 weeks in advance. So please respect the time because he is giving a part of his health, family life, his professional achievement, his monetary benefits. So respect it. Don't back out at the last moment. Okay. Having said this, let me one more example I wanted to give you. Okay. How many of you know about this company, Skyroot Aerospace? Skyroot Aerospace. Any news you have heard in 2022 that first Indian space rocket that too privately built launched in India? So quickly, I will give a brief introduction about this company, Skyroot. Why I am telling you about the Skyroot? Because whenever you are working in a very complex technology like rocket engineering, space technology, here timings matter at most. Like your timing should be synchronized at the picosecond level. So picosecond is 10 to the power minus 15 seconds. You blink in millisecond scale. But at the nanosecond scale or the picosecond scale, where at atomic level things happen. So you need to synchronize to that level. So they realize the importance of time, which I am talking about. And it is believed that it is one of the very complex business to do. You go to any businessman and ask that what is tough, he will say doing a business is tough. If you further ask that what exactly is the tough, you specify, then that person will tell you doing a business in the manufacturing segment is tough. Even making this ball bearing or your safety pin is a tough thing. And these companies, Skyroot Aerospace, actually I don't have this PPT because of not having this laptop. This Skyroot Aerospace built a whole rocket that too indigenously in India. And the first attempt, it was successfully launched. So this company was started by two engineers from ISRO. They were my like schoolmates. They started this company, Skyroot Aerospace. I also started one company. My company failed. Their company skyrocketed and they are one of the best and well-known company in the international, and they have got various contracts from foreign companies. Like a French company has given them agreement to give their satellites for transportation to the space. So this is the importance of time. And with this, let us move to the next segment of today's meeting. And for that, I will be calling a person. Let me share her introduction. So she is ACA by profession, and she loves playing chess, listening to music, and like animals. Before I call her on the stage, let us introduce our guest for today's meeting. So do we have a guest today? Oh, we have three guests today. So let's have a quick round of introduction. Please let us know that how you get to know about the Toastmaster, what do you do, and your good name. We will start from you. Yeah.
And well, I heard about Toastmasters 2 years back, but as he rightly pointed out, it was my laziness not to get come over and take this opportunity. Anyways, a month ago, I think I contacted Agnel Toastmasters, having read about them on the internet. I was supposed to come in last weekend, but unfortunately, I fell down with my health and I couldn't turn up. So here are my spirits.
Thanks for joining. Good to have you. Yes, sir.
Last 2 weeks back, I was a guest as a guest on the Toastmasters. I came to know Toastmasters during one of my contacted
Okay. Thank you for joining. It's good to have you. Yeah, thank you. Good to have you. With this, we will move to the next segment of today's meeting, and that will be taken by our Toastmaster of the day, whose introduction I have already given. Welcome on the stage, Toastmaster Divya.
Thank you for the warm introduction. Good evening and welcome everyone in today's meeting where we are heading for the goal. So as we gather here today, let's draw some inspiration from the greatest athletes around the world who embody dedication, perseverance, resilience, and teamwork. In the spirit of Olympics, let's embrace the values of team building, supporting one another, embracing diversity and inclusivity, and striving for excellence. We all know that Olympics takes place once in every 4 years. Now, this resonates with me a lot to consider this as a theme for our Toastmasters Club because we get only 2 Saturdays in a month to work on our purpose for joining this club. So I strive hard to reach to attain the gold medal in being in brevity and not overwhelming you all with a lot of Olympic facts. But I would like to buy some time of yours to place emphasis on inculcating love for sports. So to mention a few takeaways, takeaway number one would be it makes us work organically towards our mental and physical health. The love for sports makes us work on our toes to reach our goals, which takes us to the second takeaway, which is inculcating discipline in our life. Now, as easy and monotonous as it sounds, both discipline and perseverance are the most important ingredients in the recipe of success, be it in sports or in life. So, takeaway number three would be to develop your social skills through teamwork, team building activities, your games, and that also helps you in building your self confidence. Now, as I mentioned, I'm striving to aim a gold in brevity. I'll just state a few Olympic facts. The Olympics 2024 that took place in Paris had 204 nations as their participants with 329 events in 32 sports. USA topped the medal table for the fourth consecutive time this year, followed by China in the second place and Japan in the third place. So let's head straight into our speech marathon, which would be the first segment of our meeting, followed by a break, and the second segment would be the general evaluation, and the end of the meeting would be by the polls. So let the games begin. I would like to call my tag team, which is the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. As I invite them on the stage to give their explanation of their roles in short, I would be questioning each and every Toastmaster who comes on this stage with the Olympic question. And if they are not able to answer it, the question is open to the audience. So I would like to invite our timer for today, Toastmaster Sahil. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Toastmaster Dheeraj. Okay. The question for you is, which city has hosted the Olympics a record 3 times? I know Olympics is not a, general, topic where everyone is aware of all the facts. So I'm giving you options. So yeah, option A, London, B, Paris, C, Los Angeles, and fourth, D, Athens. So the question is, I'll repeat, which city has hosted the Olympics a record 3 times?
Okay. I was looking at everyone's face, but
No. No.
London.
London. Yeah. Okay.
Always in second attempt, I pass anything. Here also in the second attempt. Second attempt was you, so it was. Okay. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and the guests. Today I am the timer for today's meeting, and as a timer, it's my responsibility to time all the role players, including speakers, general evaluators, and table topics. Today we don't have a table topics. So for prepared speeches, the time allotted is as per the project. For example, for icebreaker, the time is 4 to 6 minutes. I will show the green card in 4 minutes of time. That is in the minimum qualifying time. The yellow card in the intermediate of time. That is the midpoint. And the red card is the maximum qualifying time. So for normal speeches, the time is 5 to 7 minutes. So I will be showing the green card after 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at the 7 minutes. For evaluation, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. So I will showing the green card after 2 minutes, yellow after 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card after 3 minutes. There is a grace period of 30 seconds. There is a tolerance of 30 seconds in both prepared speeches and evaluation. And I will present my report when called upon by general evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, Subha. And second.
I would now like to call upon our counter for today, Toastmaster Ishwar. So the question for you is, who is the only athlete to win Olympic gold medals in both summer and winter games? Option A, Edie Egan. B, Krista Ludding-Rothenberg. C, Clara Hughes. D, Lydia Koblikova.
Is it Clara?
No. Audience? Yeah. Edie Egan.
But for what?
For winning medals in both summer and I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
True.
Want to know. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I think I'm pretty famous for like giving something detailed. That's currently one answer. But anyways, my role is to give to take a note of the film, the one that I'm doing right now. I added a filler in my speech. And we often do that because we have a tendency, our brain has a tendency to have a lag time to come up with a sentence, to come up with a word. It's a buffer. It's used as protection. And I feel like it's very important for us to be it's very important for us to be empathetic towards the person speaking, because it often takes a lot of courage to go ahead and speak in front of crowd. And it's my job to just note out the number of figures that person comes up with. It could range from and, well, touch, or phrases such as, and just expressions such as word, and just long and short for it. And I think today I'll be just going through that and giving a report of how many filler words at once.
I would like to call our grammarian Toastmaster Ajay on the stage. So your question, you had mentioned you currently enjoy billiards and you have recently started to learn it. No, don't worry. Well, sadly, billiards is not part of the Olympic Games. So is chess, which is my favorite game. So can you name a game except cricket, chess, and billiards that isn't part of the Olympics?
Do I get options?
No. Just try. Anyone from the audience? Yeah.
Football? Baseball.
Yeah.
Which one? Football?
Both, yeah.
Football is football is
It's not an Olympic though.
it is an Olympic sport. The under 23 players.
Oh.
Spain one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And which is the other one? Someone. Oh, yeah. So I had a list. I actually didn't go through all of them. It's a long list. So yeah, thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Ajay Joshi, and I'll be the grammarian for today's meeting. As a grammarian, it is my duty to appreciate the good usage of words by each speaker, but most importantly, to take notes of improper usages of words. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to enrich your vocabulary for today's meeting. As you guys can see, today's word of the day is resilience. Anyone has any idea what does resilience mean?
To work even in where you have a lot of resistance. You overcome the resistance, but you still complete your work.
Sort of right. Yeah. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much correct. So resilience means an ability to recover from quickly or else adjust quickly. For instance, our XCOM members' ability of resilience is tested when speakers back out in our meetings. Also, today's phrase of the day is rising to the occasion. I think it is pretty much common. Rising to the occasion means efficiently handling a bad situation, similar to recover from. For instance, despite many injuries, the Indian team rose up to the occasion and gave a tough competition. I encourage each of the speakers to use word of the day and phrase of the day for today. I'll present my report when called upon.
I would like to call our evaluator one for today, Toastmaster Meenakshi. So question for you is, what is the only sport that has been featured at every Olympic Games since 1896? So options are athletics, swimming, gymnastics, or wrestling.
Want to take guess at swimming?
No. Any guesses in the audience? Yeah. It's athletics. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I am evaluator number 1, and my target speaker today is Toastmaster Ravi. Toastmaster Ravi is giving his icebreaker speech. The purpose of this speech is for him to introduce himself to the club, if you can remember. Timer, please note, it is 46.
I would like to call upon the speaker, Toastmaster Ravi. Toastmaster Ravi, learnings of my life, Toastmaster.
So, good evening, brothers and sisters. My name is Ravi, and today I'm going to give my ice-breaking speech. Right now, my heart is pounding at the rate of maybe 120, 140, and I'm feeling like being on the treadmill. So I may walk around kilometer or so in next 6 minutes. So we'll understand that. I believe in life, wherever you are or whoever you are, everyone's life remains same in most of the situation. And we, for 0.001% of the variation, we are losing our mind. We are freaking out. Otherwise, if you look closely, all of us in most of the situation or even worst of the situations are same. Now, let me narrate you how so. So I welcome you all to hold my hand and let's trade on the memory lens today, which will be a shared memory for all of us. And so I start. In my childhood, I have been academically inclined. And because of academically inclined, I was good at it. Once you are good at something, that words get conveyed across. Then the relatives came to know that this child is very good at studies. And suddenly someone from the relative, bua, sister, cousins, make some remarks that this fellow is going to do something very good. And those are the things which your parents keep on telling you time and again that this cousin or this relative told so and so for you. And suddenly the thing which you are enjoying freely and doing joyfully become a stressing work for you. You kind of start taking everyone's expectation on your shoulder, and suddenly you feel yourself on a road where on every signboard there are recurrent signboards, and every signboard written, no mistake, please. No mistake, please. You can't have missed shot. Every shot has to be perfect. So I made mistakes, corrected them, fell down, shown resilience, and rise to the occasion, and kind of navigated it well. And I thought that by doing this, I am ahead of the curve. I have done it. I have left behind most of the folk, most of the friends. Now my life is settled. But has life been so simple? Never. No. Now became the second lab. Now the college time, I'm in college. First 2 years, pretty good, awesome. You don't know which classes you are supposed to attend and which you are attending. If someone asks you, are you in this class? You say, it seems so. My friends are there, so it seems so. Yeah, I'm in the class. So that's how fun-wise 2 years of honeymoon period is there. But suddenly, every good time comes to an end, and so does the 2 years, and now you are in the third year. Suddenly, there the entire air becomes hot and humid. Your collar start pinching you. The friends which seems to be trustworthy and friendly in nature start looking like traitors, and they are ready to betray you. They are ready to leave you behind. So what to do in such situation? We start taking what? We start taking going to sutta, tea and tea and cigarette. That's what make you give some relief from this horrid situation. And that's what I also started doing. So as the year progressed, my probability of finding at the sutta stall started becoming into certainty. If someone make a guess where would be Ravi, so anyone could be easily guess it out. He would be found at a sutta stall. On one such day, I was with my friend, and I just puffed, I just inhaled 2 puffs of peace that he busted out. And he asked me, Ravi, we spend too much time in other classes. What's now? It's a third year. Everyone is talking about PSU, how much lack of package you are going to get, and what's going to happen to us. And suddenly my peace I lost my peace and came to realization, okay, now there is very less time, and what to do? I went into pondering mode and lost into self-absorption. After a moment, I recollected myself and I told him, bro, there are IT company visiting. And this year, they are going to pack 100 tons of us. So don't worry. And with a beaming face, he say, what's the criteria? I tell him the criteria is only 3 things. Don't borrow. Don't have a faith on borrowed formals. Have your own formals. Buy alarm clock so that you can raise on that day, and being groomed. And we will sell through. And that's what happened. We were able to sell through. The 4 years passes on and we came out. Now, when I look back from this, after passing, I have been changing cities and doing job. When I look back, I see even the friends who didn't study, they are also well in life. They are also doing very well. They have started some business here and there, and they are doing good. Also, those who placed in IT company, they have also come around and are in the same corner or same block, maybe someone 1 block ahead, 1 block lagging, but almost near around only. So life is like a road, traffic road. It may feel like at one lap someone is racing ahead, but the next red light, everyone is there, converges, and everyone is there only. With that, I will say thank you very much. Okay, standing.
Before I call upon, oh, yeah, before I call upon our next evaluator to answer your question, Eddie is an American boxer. So boxing was the game, so, which won both in summer and winter Olympics. Yeah. I would like to invite Toastmaster Praveen, who is our next evaluator. So question for you is, what is the Olympic oath? So first option, I promise to win at all costs. Second one, I vow to respect my fellow athletes. Third, I pledge to uphold the Olympic spirit. Fourth, I swear to defend my country's honor. I pledge to uphold the Olympic spirit. Yeah, that's right.
Uh, Hello there. My target speaker is attempting. He is level well one project to speak of the pathway presentation mastery. The objective of this speech is to learn and review the basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a speech on any topic. The duration of this speech is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best. And over to you, Toastmaster.
I would like to call the next speaker, Toastmaster Padmapani. So question for you is, who is the most decorated Olympics wrestler from India? A. Sushil Kumar. B. Wow, that's nice.
More you fight in peace, the less you bleed in war. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'm going to talk on an interesting topic, a great warrior, Shivaji Maharaj. Recently, I had been to a Raigad district where I encountered a history enthusiast wearing a 1980s Test cricket hat. He was just roaming around. He was talking passionately about Shivaji, his war techniques, and historical importance area nearby, that was Umberkins. Intrigued by historical significance, I came back and studied about Umberkins and to find an astonishing fact. Umberkins is a place in the Sahyadri Mountains. It is nearby. I think it is around 100 kilometers from Mumbai. In 1661, Mughal army of around 25,000 soldiers led by Uzbek General Kartalab Khan set to eliminate Shivaji Maharaj. And he started his advance from Pune towards the Raigad district. Shivaji was not an ordinary warrior, he was a great strategist. When he learned about this planning, he immediately set into action. Through his informers and spies, he fed wrong information to Kartalap Khan, sending him into wild goose chase through Sahyadri Mountain. He made sure he take a chosen route of Umbarkhind, where Shivaji had already planned his soldiers along the way, hiding into the jungle. They stayed resilient and rising at the right moment. They gave lethal blow to Mughal army, sending them into treacherous mountains. Mughal army were not expecting this attack, and they were not prepared at all for this guerrilla technique. Within 4 hours, Mughal army went into chaos and frightened, and they surrendered. So just 1,000 Maratha soldiers defeated a 25,000 strong Mughal army within a span of 4 hours. This victory not only showed leadership qualities of Shivaji, but also brought forth his strategic brilliance and knowledge about terrain, that was Sahyadri Mountain. This victory gave us a timeless principle about management also, which can be used in today's world. Few of these I can tell you now. One was strategic planning. When Shivaji came to know about the planning to eliminate him, he immediately went into action. He planned his strategy of guerrilla warfare. This guerrilla warfare we can use in today's world of today's competitive world. It is like using guerrilla marketing. In limited resources or limited funds, smaller firms can reach to the large audience using guerrilla marketing techniques. Secondly, spreading false information to your competitors or your rivals. Shivaji fed false information to Kartalap Khan so that he takes the route what Shivaji wanted, and he can defeat him easily. Similarly, smaller firms or smaller individual-driven companies can set false information to their competitors about their pricing or maybe their product or service quality or anything, any other aspect of their business, so that their competitors can be misguided. Third thing is terrain awareness. Shivaji was well aware of the terrain of Sahyadri. He had studied well so that he can defeat his rivals easily. Similarly, in today's competitive world, smaller firms can use their advantage of knowledge. Each one of us individually or maybe as a company, smaller company, has a specialty in something which I think no other person or no other company can beat them in that particular field. So if smaller company can focus on those particular aspects, they can beat the formidable rivals easily. So me too uses this kind of techniques in our profession. Like whenever competition is in our field, most of the times we win the project based on competition. So whenever competition is announced, we get into strategy. We study about their about competitors' strengths and weaknesses, and then plan accordingly. Secondly, sometimes we spread misinformation regarding our participation or our pricing. Thirdly, terrain knowledge. Then what we do about terrain knowledge is we study our clients well, their liking and disliking, so that when your presentation is there, we get well prepared, and sometimes we win using this technique. We win projects against the formidable competitors. So this Shivaji's inspiring tale has given us a strategy which can be used in today's world. So that gives us a message. 10 soldiers widely led can beat an army of 100. Thank you. Okay.
Resonate in modern times. I'm sorry for that. I would like to call the next evaluator, Toastmaster Dharmesh, on the stage. So question for you is, which country has hosted the Winter Olympics in most times? Options are USA, France, Japan, or Switzerland.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello everyone. Today my target speaker is Toastmaster Soham, and he is on his pathway, that is strategic relationship. That is his level 1 project 3 project. And the purpose of his speech is to use body gestures in order to enhance his speech. So I would like to see more of body gestures in your speech. Over to you, and all the best. Yes. Sorry for over to team. Time is 5 to 7 minutes.
I would like to call Toastmaster Soham on the stage. You had mentioned your favorite sport is artistic swimming. Do you know another name for it?
Maybe coordinated swimming.
Synchronized swimming.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, synchronized.
So which country is best at this sport?
USA,
No.
China.
I missed actually mentioning options. Okay. Options: China, Japan, Russia, India.
I think Russia.
Russia. Toastmaster Soham, games the spice of life. Games the spice of life. Toastmaster Soham.
So I would like to start by asking, what is a game? Anyone? Okay, that's a little abstract. Anyone else?
Competition.
Yes, competition.
Someone wins and someone loses.
Yes, someone wins and someone loses. That's right. Anyone? Yes, more than one person. Yes, there are things which make it fun. Okay.
Pursuit of one to a competition or a contest.
Yes, again competition. Yes, rule. That is the important element. Yes. Yes. Some objective and competition. That's right. All of these are elements of games. So there are many types of games actually, be it board games, online games, puzzles, or sports. So the three of my favorite kind are: first, the imaginary yet vivid land of video games, the one that you can play just being laid back. The second are the hard but real court of sport. And the third is the soul of the party, word game. So I would like to use these three as examples to explain how games are useful in our life. Firstly, they help us connect deeper to people. For example, hi, I'm Soham. Hello, I am Anmol. Nice to meet you, Anmol. What do you do? I work as an IT professional in Airoli. Okay, I see. What are your hobbies? X, 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 blah, 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 blah. So this is how a typical conversation goes. We come to know things about people on a superficial level or just what they like, their dislikes, etc. But we can use games to get to know people and connect with them on a deeper level. How many of you have played Raja Rani Chor Sipahi, for example? Great. That's a traditional Indian game. Or Mafia. Yes. That is a great party game. So in these games, we learn how people try to persuade each other or try to trick you, or how deeply are they thinking while playing the game. That's the first benefit. It helps us know people deeper. The second benefit of game, that is wins and loses. For example, yes, that shot went in. I won the game. I'm the best. Suck it, all of you losers. Or that shot was a point. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. I don't want to play with you if you don't agree that was a point. I I quit. So we often see people with these kind of attitudes towards wins and losses. Either it's egoistic or it's they get really angry or something like that. So games can be a good practice ground for us to practice processing wins and losses in a healthy manner, in which we aren't very concerned with the final outcome, but rather just with enjoying the process. That is a second benefit. The third benefit is something which relates to what Toastmaster Padmapani said, strategizing. So in every game, there are various levels. The first level being the basic rules or the basic mechanics of the game, which can be, okay, the red card goes over the blue card in Uno, or the ball has to go on that side of the net and hit the ground. These are the like most basic rules. That is offside, basic rules. The second level is the tactical level, tactical playing, wherein you decide, okay, I should wear this kind of shoe for better effectiveness, or I should use this technique to smash the ball. The third level is situational awareness. Okay, this is how things are going in my environment and how they relate to each other. And the fourth level, but yet not the last, is strategizing. This is the part of the mind that is sort of the CEO. The other three, they were the office employees. This is the part of mind which takes into account what kind of risks are being managed, or what kind of decisions should I be taking? What is my contingency plan in case something goes wrong? What do I do? So often, especially team sports, help us develop that part of our mind, which goes into strategizing. And this further translates into higher order thinking, which can be used for things like guerrilla warfare or marketing strategies, etc. So that is one more benefit. Now that I've spoken about benefits of playing so many different kind of games, I would like to speak about some small and quick ways in which we can implement games into or gamifying our lives. First would be, instead of traditional questions and discussions, we can host things in a quiz format. For example, if I ask a child, what are the benefits of healthy eating? Versus, quick, you have 15 seconds. Tell me what eating broccoli does for you. You have your countdown starts now. Tell me three things. 5, 15, 14, 13. That kind of brings an excitement and engagement in the discussion, which is also sort of gamifying it. That is one way. The second can be, the second is sort of, this is a useful thing for productivity. Instead of making a to-do list, what we can do is make a bingo card, write down all of our tasks on it, and then
You use like a randomizing system, like chits or something, to pick up which task to complete. And then once you complete a row or a column, you can reward yourself. So there are many more ways to do and gamify our lives in small ways. And with that, I would like to conclude my speech by saying that keep your inner child alive, keep gamifying your life, and make your lives more awesome. Thank you.
Let's take a minute to fill the feedback form for the three speakers. 2, 3, 3.
Please fill the feedback form for all the speakers. I providing the feedback form.
There.
But the guest can separate the stuff. Yes.
I would like to call our next evaluator, Toastmaster Rashmi. Now, for her question, I'm apologizing in advance if I mispronounce any of the players' names. They're quite difficult. So, who is the youngest Olympic gold medalist? The options are Marjorie Jestring from USA, Fu Mingxia, China, Nadia Comenesi, Romania, Dimitrios Londras, Greece. Me too. Any wild guesses? No, it's Marjorie Jestring, USA, who won gold in diving at age 13.
Good evening, everyone. My target speaker for today is Rohidas. He's attempting his level 1 project 3 path visionary communication. The purpose of today's speech is introducing vocal variety and body language in his speech. So hope you do that and rise to the occasion. Thank you.
I would like to call our next speaker, Toastmaster Rohita. So you had mentioned that you like chess and table tennis. So question for you would be, which country won gold in men's singles table tennis in the 2024 Olympics? And I'm sorry I missed mentioning the options, so can you guess? Oh, that's good. China. Yeah. And the player is Fan Zhendong. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. Toastmaster Rohidas, believe me it works. Believe me it works. Toastmaster Rohidas.
Thank you.
Once a man got lost in the desert. The water in his flask had run down 2 days ago, and he was on his last leg. He knew that if he do not get water soon, he's surely going to die. He saw a hut ahead of him. First, he thought it may be a mirage or maybe a hallucination, but having no other choice, he started moving towards the hut. As he reached closer to the hut, he realized that the hut was quite real. So he dragged his tired body to the door of the hut. As he opened the door of the hut, he saw that the hut was empty. It was abandoned. It seemed that it was abandoned for quite a long time. But the moment he saw inside the hut, his heart skipped a beat. He saw a water hand pump. He thought now he might get some water to drink. He started working the hand pump. Nothing happened. He kept at it. Nothing happened. No water came out. He tried doing it for a few more minutes. Not even a single drop of water came out. He gave up out of frustration and exhaustion. He threw his hands in despair. It looked as if he was going to die any which way. But then he looked at one corner of the hut and he saw there was a bottle filled with water and corked tightly so that the water doesn't get evaporated. So he grabbed the bottle, opened the cork, and was about to drink the sweet, life-giving water. But then he realized that there was a piece of paper attached to the bottle. The handwritten note read, "Use this water to start the pump. And do not forget to fill the bottle once you are done." Now the man had a dilemma. Should he use this water to fill the pump? Or he should just ignore the instructions and drink the water? What to do? If he pours the water into the pump, what guarantee did he had that it will work? What if the pump malfunctioned? What if the pipe had got a leakage? What if the underground reservoir of the pump had dried up long ago? But what if the instructions were right? Should he risk? If he pours the water into the pump and the message turns out to be false, he would be losing out the last water he could ever see in his life. Friends, life really gives us such tough decisions and such tough situations. What do you think the man would have done? It's a very good answer that you tried. But this man was not in that situation. He closed his eyes, said a prayer, opened the bottle, and started pouring the water into the hand pump and started working the pump. He took several minutes and tried. And you know, friends, he started hearing the gurgling sound of the water. And the water came gushing out more than he would have needed. He luxuriated in the cool stream. He felt better. He was going to live. He enjoyed the water. He felt better. He relaxed a little bit. Now, as he was feeling good, he started looking around the hut and saw a pencil and a map of that region. He opened the map, and the map showed that he was still far away from this civilization. But at least now he knows where he was and which direction he needs to head for. So he filled his flask and took as much as water he wanted and filled the bottle. But before filling and corking the bottle up, he added his wording using the pencil. Do you know what he added below the note, below the instruction? He mentioned, "Believe me, it works." Friends, this story is about life. This story teaches us few good things. The bottle and the instructions are like a positive way, are like challenges, that opportunities that you face in your life. You get to learn these opportunities. So in life, there will be always tough times when you work upon these opportunities. But most of the people do not learn this and they just leave that opportunities just because of one reason. What if I fail? We do not want to take that risk. We do not want to take that opportunity. You do not want to start your own business thinking that what if I fail, but not thinking that the job you're doing may be a failure for your life. You do not want to propose the girl you love the most, thinking that what if you lose her? And eventually she gets married to someone else and you would lose her. You do not want to follow your passion just because of the fear, what may people think? Friends, what if the man would have what if the man would have drank the water instead pouring in that particular hand pump? He may have survived for a couple of more hours, but what after that? He would have eventually died. So I would say take that risk. At least once you take that risk, there will be hope for you to discover yourself. We all are like that man in the story. Just one decision and it will give you a new life. So step out and take that decision in your life. Please start taking risks, because the biggest risk in life lies in not taking any risk. We need to start giving before we receive abundantly. I believe this story will work for you. Believe me, it works. Over to you, Toastmaster Vibin.
Let's take a minute to fill in the feedback form. Do we need to on? I would like to call on the next evaluator, Toastmaster Ruchi. So, which city hosted the first modern Olympic Games in 1896? Options are Athens, Greece, Paris, France, Rome, Italy, or London, UK.
Can't remember the options.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll paste it down.
Which means I have to guess because I don't know the answer.
Okay. So,
Athens.
right? That's correct.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Sanjeev is presenting level 1, project 4 from Pathways Presentation Mastery. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Timer, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Sanjeev.
I would like to call our next speaker, Toastmaster Sanjeev. So the question for you is, which Olympic athlete has won the most gold medals? Options are Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, Carl Lewis, Larissa Latin.
It's very simple. Michael Phelps.
Right. So, Toastmaster Sanjeev, my visit to the eighth most populous country in the world. My visit to the eighth most populous country in the world, Toastmaster Sanjeev.
Thank you, Humility. Has anybody in the room been to Bangladesh? No? Yeah? Oh, great. But for the rest of them, all of you, it makes my job a little harder. I need to explain that. Bangladesh came to us. So somehow it happened in the month of April. I was given an additional responsibility of scaling up business of neighboring countries. So Bangladesh was one of the bigger countries. So I was asked to go there and take stock of the situation. So although I had booked a Vistara flight, knowing that I don't want to travel to Indigo to a outside country, I booked a Vistara. But the feeling which I got was kind of, as if I was, traveling in a bus. So all the co-passengers who were there with me, I mean, the way they were behaving, the way they were reacting, I mean, the way they were asking food from the air hostess, I mean, it appeared to me as if I'm traveling in a bus. And the moment the flight landed in Dhaka airport, all of them started jumping around, bags, as if the bags have vanished from the, sky or something. They were all heltering and skeltering. Anyways, that was inside. So another astonishing fact, whenever I landed in Dhaka airport, the moment I went to the immigration, there was one girl who was standing there with a placard and my name was there. I was not knowing why my name is there. I did not ask for a, inside airport services or something. So I asked her what happened, why you are standing here. So she said, I'm assisting you to take you out from the airport. So I said, oh, that's something new. I never witnessed in, India, these kind of services. So she was standing there with me for 45 minutes or so.
Till the time my luggage came, she was there standing and she took me out of the airport. The moment I came out of the airport, I could feel the reason why she is standing there. There was an entire sea of humanity standing in front of me. At least I would say for one people who were there to see, I mean, there were 100 people who went to see that person off in the airport. There were so many people, I could hardly make my way out, and that girl was moving around with my luggage. I was also carrying my luggage. It was a very different experience. So Bangladesh to me appeared as if I went to India of 1980s or 90s. I don't know how many of you would have been in those census in 1980s, but if you remember those days of India, so Bangladesh today is like 1980s of India. That is what I feel. There is no signs of modernization. There is no sign of, maybe restaurants, fast food. You don't have them. Being a Bengali, we are used to having mustard oil while preparing our food. But in Bangladesh, you will find that there's no mustard oil at all because it's so costly. So mustard oil in Bangladesh is 700 rupees per liter. Nobody can afford. People are using palm oil to fry everything, cook their own food. Things are really very bad. There's so much population. There's so much traffic on the road. You can't believe. I can see my destination in front of me and it is taking 1 hour for me to reach there. It is so bad. So being in Bangladesh, I was, constantly I was worrying. God forbid if India becomes like this. So I'll tell you a very small story about this population thing. We sold one equipment to Bangladesh and it happened to be a European made equipment. So one of the customers went to Europe to the factory. So their office in Europe, they said, okay, let's call the customer for a dinner. And the customer said that my wife is also visiting. So we'll call them for dinner. So the tables were reserved for dinner. That person was supposed to come with the wife. So, and we were supposing that his children would also come. So 3-4 chairs were kept vacant for them. You know how many people came? That one gentleman came with 3 wives and 11 children. So it was a chaos in the restaurant. Everybody was thinking where to make them sit, and it was a total chaos. So that reminded me that God forbid if India population goes out of hand, what will happen? So I'm going to show you one thing. If you remember, or you would have seen the newspapers or the media reports, maybe 2 years back, you would have seen that people were comparing so much with India, Bangladesh, and people were criticizing Indian government. Why not? Why India is not becoming like Bangladesh? If Bangladesh can do it, why can't India do? The GDP is rising. There's so much of development happening in Bangladesh. All the Western media, the deep state, everybody was praising Bangladesh like anything. Anybody can recollect? If anybody is into up till 2021, all the media was full of praises for Bangladesh. Then what happened? Next. Now this happened. People went to Sheikh Hasina's palace or home or official bungalow, whatever, and took out everything. Even the Christian Dior suitcase also they carried. People carried fish out of her bungalow. I mean, this is the status. This is the state of affairs. Complete anarchy, complete riding on the road. Just a matter of 1 month. 1 month. I have been to Bangladesh in May. I have been to Bangladesh in June. July, my tickets were booked. I could not go because of writing. And within July, mid of July, in October and August, this all happened. The country was completely spoiled and ruined within a matter of 1 month. So the question is why? Can it happen in India also? So few of the journalists also claim that it can happen. The opposition parties are also taking it as a hint. Anarchy on the roads, anything can happen. The reason I feel it happened in Bangladesh was because of 2 reasons only. And I can tell you upfront because I've been there in the country for at least 16 days. I've stayed in both the visits. One is population. If you don't control your population, you will be short of resources. You will not have oil to
cook your food also, leave it vegetables, everything. Population, and second is corruption. People in Bangladesh have taken out cash from the bank, but just filling up a form or an application. I want a loan of this much. This is my company. They have taken out cash and went away to Singapore, Dubai, and other places. That's all. Thank you.
Let's take a minute to fill in the feedback form. I would like to call Toastmaster Vidya, who is our next evaluator. Who was the first Indian woman to win an Olympic medal? Options are Karnam Malleshwari, P.T. Usha, Mary Kom, Sakshi Malik.
Mary Kom.
She won bronze in 2000 Sydney Olympics in weightlifting.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My target speaker is giving level 5 project 1 speech from the pathway presentation mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. Timer, please note the timing is 18 to 22 minutes. I wish all the best to speaker 6 for her long speech. All the best.
I would like to call upon Toastmaster Amrita, who's our next. Which Indian Olympic sport has won the most Olympic medals? Options are wrestling, shooting, hockey, athletics.
Hockey.
Hockey has won 8 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze.
Thank you.
After Amrita, yoga a way of life. Yoga a way of life, Toastmaster.
In the year 2009, a traumatic incident happened in a girl's life. Her grandfather passed away after her 12th exam. 3 months later, her 12th result declared, which was terrible. And she was extremely close to her grandfather. She didn't know how to process that loss along with her results because everyone was upset with her. And 24/7, her parents talk about her career. So she started practicing yoga. Her mother was convinced this was just a ploy to avoid study. But that girl was so regular in her yoga class. After a few months, she started realizing changes in her. She was feeling better. Fast forward 15 years later, that girl is still practicing yoga. Can you guess who is that girl? Yes, that girl was me. Now you all are thinking, why 17-year-old interested in yoga? Why not dancing, singing, or something else? So there was 3 major reasons. First, there was a little bit of curiosity, what is yoga?
I had to explore that area. Second, Yog Bhavan is near to my place, so transportation time is less. And third, most important, my parents were not giving me money to do anything else. And yoga classes were free. That's how my yoga journey started. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, yoga has changed my life. It positively transformed me so much so that I became yoga natural therapist. I'm a faculty at 50-year-old Institute Yog Vidya Niketan Vashi and also a member of Indian Yoga Association. Yoga has changed me, and because sometimes in life you have something so beneficial, so right for you, so you want to share with as many people as possible. And that's my experience with yoga. And it's very interesting to see that how my understanding of yoga has changed over the years. The awareness of yoga increased in 2015 when our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, introduced International Yoga Day on 21st June. After that, social media came, and we have seen all the complicated yoga poses on the internet. But yoga is all about asanas, is it? So what is yoga according to you? Anyone?
It's an art.
Yes, it's a way of life. Anyone else? Yes. And there was a great yogi, Maharshi Patanjali, written down 195 sutras. Sutra is a verses or shlok. One sutra defines yoga. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. It means yoga is the removal of fluctuations in the mind. Lord Krishna defines samatvam yoga uchyate. It means yoga is a balanced state. Still, if you are thinking yoga is all about asanas, let me clear misconceptions out there. Yoga is like how you live your life, how you do little things in your life. Everything counts. And when you started your journey, it brings big changes and shifts in your life. I have witnessed many people who got better results with consistent practice. So there was one participant in our institute has the issue of varicose veins 20 years back. In varicose veins, you have a burning sensation and swelling in your leg and difficulty to walking as well because of heavy legs. So he started practicing continuously. He overcame that issue of varicose veins, and now he is 80. At the age of 80, he is doing most difficult asanas like halasana and sarvangasana. So his name is Mr. Narendra Matitia. And at the age of 80, he is not only physically fit, but mentally as well. Because why? Later stage in life, many people have low confidence because of dependency on others. But he has so much confidence. He is not physically dependent on anyone. He has optimistic attitude as well due to his continuous practice of yoga. Other participants who came to our institute had a paralytic stroke. Her name is Nima. And because of paralytic stroke, there was no movement in her left side. She was not even smiling to anyone when she started coming to the institute. Because of all the medications, he is Mr. Narendra Matitia at the age of 80. And the next one I'm talking about Nima, she had difficulty to move his fingers, his legs, ankle joints. These are the basic things for us. But when she started coming continuously for almost 6 months, she started feeling better. She started movement in her fingers, her elbow joints, her palms, ankle joints. These are the very little things for us. But she realized the importance after paralytic stroke. And I witnessed many people started their yoga journey after some health problem. Why we have to wait for such kind of incident in our life? Because this kind of incident not only affects you physically but mentally as well. She can overcome that due to consistent practice because she has faith in yoga. But harsh reality is that yoga is very slow. It's not like gym or other physical exercise. It is very slow. Many people started their journey and they will not able to continue after 1 month or 15 days also. Now it's all about physical and mental health. But how can yoga be a way of life? So I am going to tell you 4 yogic teachings, yogic teaching you can apply on your day-to-day life. Because we all have some repeated patterns in our life. And some of them are unhealthy. When I mentioned in the starting about my 12th results, as a teenager, I was thinking everyone was curious about my 12th results. But that is not the case. When I entered into Yog Bhavan, they welcomed me warmly. No one bothered about my 12th score. And that is first yogic teaching, Upekshanam, means equanimity. Treated everyone equally. There is no discrimination on the basis of gender, religion, profession, or caste. When I appointed as a teacher at Yog Vidyaniketan, they told me, Amrita, we want you for gents batch. Are you comfortable? Without giving a second thought, I said yes. Because all are yoga participants. No female, no male. There is no discrimination on the basis of gender. When I entered into the Yog Bhavan first time, they asked me, do you have any medical condition? Are you okay? Because when my grandfather passed away on 13th March 2009, after that, 4th June 2009, my 12th result declared. And after almost 6 months, someone asked me, are you okay? I felt instantly better. That is second yogic teaching, Karuna means compassion. And if you are going to visit real yoga institute, not a commercial one, they will going to ask you about well-being first. They will not interested any of the other issues. They will going to ask you, do you have any medical condition? And I was not born a compassionate person. I started with myself. I started compassionate for being first about myself and then with others, of course. When I started practicing for almost 1.5 hours every day with other participants, they treated me like a family. Average age group in yoga class was 50 years. And I started at the age of 17. I was the youngest. They treated me like a child. And they were so happy because I started earlier without any medical condition or something. And that is third yogic teaching. Maitri means friendliness. So when you are being a friendly with other person, you ignore their flaws. You accept them as it is. So if you can do it in your day-to-day life, it will help you to build better relationship with everyone. And last, most important, when I started practicing for myself every day, 1.5 hours, it gives me immense joy for doing something good about myself. I started loving my body. I started giving respect and honor to my body. And that gives me immense joy, which is a fourth yogic teaching, mudita. If you are going to apply this 4 yogic teaching, first is equanimity, treated everyone equally around yourself. Second is compassion. Have a compassionate heart because you don't know the other person is suffering from some problem. Third is you have to be friendly. Give them space to as it is, accept them as it is. And fourth, do something for yourself that give you immense joy, which is mudita. It can help you to dissolve your unhealthy patterns and help you to build better relationships with your family as well as your professional life also. So these are the things you can apply in your life, and yoga can be a way of your life. Likewise, There are many medicines available to cure your body and clean your body internally and externally as well. But is there any medicine available to clean our mind? Any injection or tablet we can have and clean our mind? No. However, we can clean our mind with the help of meditation. And for that, I'm going to give you two basic meditation practices you can apply on your day-to-day life. First is prana dharana. Prana means breath, dharana means fixation of mind. And you have to just observe your breathing pattern. Throughout, I'm going to give you the instruction, and you have to just follow that. For that, I request everyone, please sit comfortably. Spine should be erect, shoulder bit back, chin parallel to the ground, eyes closed, facial muscles relaxed, shoulder relaxed, eyebrows relaxed. Relax your abdomen, relax your entire body, and observe your breathing pattern. Now counting of your breath. Inhalation, exhalation, count 1. Go into a deeper level. Feel the sensation of incoming and outgoing air on your nostril wall. Go into a deeper level again. Feel the thermal and cold sensation of incoming and outgoing air on your soft palate. Coming back to subtler level. Feel the sensation of incoming and outgoing air on your nostril wall. Come back to counting again. Inhalation, exhalation, count 1. Stop the practice and again observe your breathing pattern. Come back to your body again. Be aware of your body posture. And slowly open your eyes whenever you feel like. Now you can feel the difference in your breathing pattern. When you started, breathing was fast. After the practice, breathing was slow. Nowadays, all the diseases are psychosomatic related to stress. This practice can reduce your stress in day-to-day life. One more practice I'm going to give you for emotional stability, which is Omkar Japsasana. We have to chant Om, and for that again sit comfortably. Again, spine should be erect, shoulder bit back, chin parallel to the ground, eyes closed, facial muscles relaxed, shoulder relaxed. Relax your abdomen. Relax your entire body. And now observe your breathing pattern. For Omkar, take a deep inhalation. Om. Keep your eyes closed. Feel the positive vibration throughout your body and mind. And now you can open your eyes with a smile on your face. It will help you to increase your emotional stability. You can do Omkar Japsasana every day, 5 times, 7 times, 9 times, or 11 times. And if you combine these both the practices, Pranadharana 10 minutes and Omkar Jap Sadhana 10 minutes, it is hardly 20 minutes of your everyday life. I know it's Mumbai and every day you have to travel a lot. So no one can give 2 hours still. But if you can give 20 minutes, it will reduce your stress in your daily life. Likewise, for yogic teaching, I said earlier, equanimity, compassion, friendliness, and last is joy. Now I am going to tell you simple things. Yoga is a way of life. It is going to invite you to transform and experience your fullest potential. I'm going to conclude with one shloka. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. It means those who temperate in eating and recreation, balanced in work, regulated in sleep, can mitigate all sorrows by practicing yoga. Thank you.
I would like to call the timer, Toastmaster Dheeraj, to read out the timer.
Toastmaster Ravi took 6 minutes 29 seconds. Toastmaster Padma Pani took 7 minutes 22 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Soham took 7 minutes 20 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Rohit Das took 6 minutes 2 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Sanjeev took 7 minutes 6 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Amrita took 19 minutes. She is also qualified. Everyone is qualified. Thank you.
We'll head for a break for 10 minutes and be back by 6:43.
But yes, that's so directly started, right? Now we directly started now. That's what I really like. Mera and उसमें से कितना that's how it is. That is what it and then you structure things that is in part. So you also set up three parts. One is evaluation of individual action and your so that was structure of the university. So one is your introduction of the then the structure meaning your generally your evaluation part divided into further three parts. That is evaluation of individual attacking your and then you follow the evaluation. When tackling
Wonderful. And very good. Anything else? Wonderful. Yes. Superb. And very good. Excellent. And superb. Very good. Yes, right answer coming on my way. Come on. Spouse. Yeah, rarely. We don't want to get into holes. No, I don't believe that. Yes. Anything else? Okay. Wonderful. Anything else? Driving competition. Okay. Dance competition. Yes. Music. Yes. Agnel contest. Yes. Bollywood. Yes. Politics. Yes. The world is full of competition, just like Olympics is. But in today's world, how far this competition is worth it? How far this competition is genuine? Are we all getting into the rat race? Do you agree to it? Are we all doing n number of things that we need to win the competition? Something that is non-ethical, something that is we shouldn't have thought about. School-going children only want to attempt the competition if they feel secure. If I will win, I will make it for the competition. They don't want to risk or they don't want to take a chance. Politicians try their best to approach media, to be in the good books of the media so they can rule the party, they can rule the state. Bollywood actors and actresses bribe the jury to win the awards. Is this the competition we want? To leave you with that thought, the only platform that I believe is genuinely friendly and is appealing for competition, where we are ready to make mistakes, there is nobody who is judging us, and undo, redo, still do, all applicable here is Toastmasters. So friends, don't fear getting into the competition in Toastmasters, because that's the platform available to us. You can explore and make a best use of it. Humorous speech contest and evaluation contest round the corner. Don't fear enrolling for the competition, because it's all very friendly and there is nothing wrong in going wrong, which is what Toastmasters believe in. With that, my report concise into 3 parts, that is evaluation, stack team report, and my own report for the general evaluation. To call upon, let me first start with calling upon our first evaluator for today, that is Toastmaster Meenakshi. Thank you.
once again, everyone, and a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Ravi. Congratulations on beginning your pathway journey with your icebreaker speech titled Learnings of My Life. I would like to start with the thing that was the most prominent in your speech, which was humor. I think we all would agree that it's a very amazing because of the note of humor that you had here. And you did manage to get a picture. For example, when you said that I'm really nervous and I'm going to run on a treadmill at the speed of 130, 140 heartbeats per minute. Or when you said that I think of the class at the Fitness Hall, if anybody asks me where is Ravi, I will be at the Fitness Hall. Or third is when you said that in the interview, just keep yourself prepared, have an alarm clock and be awake on that day. So that was really funny and that was for me the highlight of your. The second was the confidence, the body language that you showed in your. It didn't seem, with your delivery, it just didn't seem like it was in person. If you all agree with me.
Yes.
So, for example, he had very openness in his body language, if you all noticed. He had a very pleasant smile throughout the speech. He had very open, pleasing facial expressions, good eye contact with all of us. And that for me itself was, it was pleasing because I wanted to listen more to the speech because of the body language and aspects in the speech. And third, and the most important, was pace and pauses. We all know that pauses can make or break, and pace is very important in any speech. You had the right amount of pauses, and you had the right pace of it. It wasn't very fast or it wasn't very slow, and we were all with you throughout. So this was my area of strength that I feel that this is your strength as a speaker, and these are the 3 points that you can work upon in your speaker. It will make it better. Now coming to the areas of improvement. I had 2 broad areas of improvement, both in terms of content of your. The first is that I found that there were a lot of loops which were kind of open-ended. For example, you mentioned that you made a lot of mistakes, but you didn't tell us what the mistakes were. I am not expecting you to tell all of your mistakes, even if you pick up one story and elaborate in detail, we'll be more engaged. Second, you mentioned that your friends had betrayed you. Again, what betrayal? Or if you could just give an example of what the story was. The second recommendation for me was your topic in itself was learnings of my life. So probably you could have had a summary towards the end. My learnings were A, B, C, D, E, summarized in the end and have a strong call to action. So that we know when we have listened to your speech, we will take away these X, Y, Z, these learnings from your life and apply it to our life. So in a nutshell, if you focus on your strength, which is humor, body language, pace and pauses, and focus on these areas of improvement with regard to content, that is close the loop and having a strong call to action, I'm sure you will do well in the process.
With that, I would like to call upon my second evaluator for today, that is Toastmaster Ravi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Padma Papani, for your informational and engaging speech. What I liked about it was that it was an engaging speech. You started off with a quote, and then afterwards you recited the story with all the details, right? You mentioned the year was 1661, I think, and all that. So that helps to keep us engaged. You also used that incident to explain the principles. So that helped us to relate to what accused spoke on that. Now, I would like to see some improvements. One thing was that you spoke in a low voice. So I was there actually, but I was not able to hear it, quite well. So that it was one thing. The next one was maintaining the eye contact, because there were times where you used to move here, you used to look down, and then you used to look up, and you used to look down. So that might result in a disconnect with others all. The third one, that you explained the principles, like say you said that false information, but how did that help? Like, I mean, how did it help Shivaji Maharaj to win the war? So maybe you would have made your incident a bit smaller, and then use the extra time to explain how the principles help to win the war. And lastly, I would have liked to see a summary of the principle, because to help to reinforce. So to end my evaluation, your speech was well researched. You explained the principles in an engaging way, and if you can speak a little louder, maybe improve your eye contact and include a summary, your speech will be much better. Thank you. And
With that, let us call upon our third evaluator for today, Toastmaster Ravi.
How many of you have heard of TED Talks? Raise your hand. Many of you. Yes. There is a famous TED Talker. Her name is Vanessa Van Edwards. And she and her team, what they did is they did an exercise where they looked at videos of many TED Talkers. And what they observed is that most of the most popular TED Talkers used 465 gestures in their speeches of average 80 minutes. Whereas the average speakers used almost half the gestures. And that's what the importance plays, or the gestures, body gestures plays in our speeches. It creates a picture in our mind and enhances our speeches. So today, Toastmasters Hoham, whose focus was on use of gestures, I would like to tell you that your purpose was fulfilled. The most important thing that I liked about your speech, since it was on gestures, I will tell you two gestures which I liked. First one was when you played the role plays. You did twice. One was Mohan and then Manmohan. So you shifted places, and so that way role play was done. And second, also when table tennis you were showing speakers, at that time also you showed the gestures of people playing tennis, and that is what I liked about it, your gestures. Second gestures related point was pointers. Like when we are giving our speeches and we give points, okay, there were three games which I liked. One is first, second, and third, and even the levels of the games you mentioned: first, second, third, fourth. So when you give these pointers, it also creates a picture in our people's mind, and people remember those pointers very well. So these two things I really liked about the gesture. Apart from this, what I liked about your speech was audience interaction, where
You interacted with the audience, asked them questions, and engaged them and compelled them to listen to your speech. And also the structure was good, and the message at the end of gamify your life was also good. Now I have two suggestions for you, and since your speech was related to gestures, I will give you two gestures which are you used unconsciously, but I would like them to you to avoid. First one was that you had something written on your hand and you used to read it while giving the speech. So I think that is something which you can avoid, because some audience can see that and it doesn't create a good impression when you are giving a professional speech. And second is that while talking, you look sometimes up. So that also while thinking, and that also creates like you will lose connection with the audience. So I would like to you to improve these two things. So to summarize my overall evaluation, I'd like to say that good use of hand gestures, good interaction with the audience, and strong good message at the end. But if you could improve your unconscious body gestures, that will really take your speech to the next level. Thank you.
Can we now call upon the next evaluation of today's once again. So my it was that we all had very studies. So Rohitas has always been, whenever he comes on the stage, it's always said, tell your views. And there are very few speakers like that. With a very clear voice, and whenever he comes on the stage, that's for sure that he will be introducing for the next 5 minutes. Not anything that at least you will listen to some nice have fun. So I was expecting the same amount. So today's speech for Rohitas, he has a very good story, a very engaging story, something that I haven't. The story was nicely built up. It had very, 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 so very nice story. He had good props and places. And he had also used it. So see the body, even though it was there, which adds little more action to it. So that was something. Now, the purpose of today's speech was adding more gesture, adding more expression, speech, even to make a better. So, your expression, your gesture is that. When you said that people, your hand pump gesture. So I would say these gestures and these expressions that you have definitely made you fulfill the purpose. The speech at the end had a call to action. So like he said, in the topic, how he connected the topic. He said that believe in it, take it. So all these things, and that's what a good speech requires, a call to action. Which talking about the recommendation, I just have one recommendation. Your speech is always on a high pitch. So there are few parts in the story which require, for example, you said in the beginning, he's very tired. He knew that he died. As an audience, I wanted that part to be captured in a little low pitch, some gestures or some action, show how desperate was the ghetto. And then when you did it in a high pitch for getting the water, that would happen. Yeah. So to conclude the speech, Rohitas has members of the speech. His story was good, divided. There was a story and there was a call of action. He had used right from the gestures and the movements and everything for bang on. And he had a good audience view, was connected. Just one recommendation
What I really like is he has had a nice start. Started with a question, has it not been to Bangladesh? When you start to speak with a question, it actually moves for the audience. And it's really powerful for audience attention span is very, very limited. So you have to grab the audience attention in the first sentence. This was wonderfully done. The asking starting to say. And then you say, he said, being exciting story. And painted it very, very, very beautiful. The story, the people who were there after the luggage, and a girl who was waiting outside the airport for his luggage, and a gentleman with three wives and 11 children. So all these stories, I could really imagine these stories. The way in which he demonstrated and narrated these stories was very, very difficult. First thing is, it's a right because the visual representation via sound. So it's something like if you hear something, your attention is very limited. But if you see something, if there's a visual presentation, it grabs your attention. So that was wonderfully done. He took an extra effort to prepare the slide and present. Now moving to areas of improvement, I felt that ending could have been impact. So if any speech, like if there is a call to action, or if summarize key points, the audience has spent some time listening to the speech. So there should be something for the audience to take away. So that could have been added at the end. So in fact, there should be impact. As well as there should be forward to take. Yes, we have to take the entire speech, but we have to use it once. So during the language, when you move from one story to another story, then you have moved to the left or right. When you were asking questions to the audience, then you could have moved a little forward. And there are some non-verbal gestures. Your words like hands in pocket and such as pocket. So these non-verbal gestures are stand for audience. And so just be mindful of it, we can avoid it. To summarize, it has a nice start, a one like story, a visual presentation via a slide or something. Moving to areas of improvement, any will have more distraction. We should have a focus on state movement and avoid putting hands in pockets and overall for the mind. Okay, class point probably for we also short and sweet. That is the term we have. But today I will say long and short. The speech was 18 to 22 minutes, but it wasn't important. So now I love you. Now I told about the objective of the speech, that is giving, developing and delivering a long, but there is a very many underlying objectives as well, like to give a keynote style, to engage the audience in this. Okay, so has she met the objectives underlying objectives? Keynote means giving a message. There should be a theme in the speech. So what is the theme of message? Yes, that was yoga. So the title is the confusion. Why, what, how, everything was very clearly demonstrated. Why, how, what. So the keynote speech, it was a keynote style speech where it was explaining about yoga. Now, and the other underlying objective was to engage audience. Did she engage? Yes. It was loaded with examples and questions.
photo of that particular questions, how to gain that attention of person. Her speech was loaded with questions. Like she asked, do you know why I went for yoga and not for dance or other activities? And she asked, can medicine heal and mind? So all these questions, helped us to be there with pointers. Now, it was her content was retainable. Why? From the start, when there were pointers. Why I joined, why I went for yoga, 3 points. Why you should go for yoga, 4 points. Again, the demonstration meditation points, 2 demos. So it was continuously pointers there. So we will remember for a longer time. And keynote speech requires that. And her flow was amazing. The start with her own example, then explaining, and then conclusion with a sloka. Now, there was practical demonstrations. It was not just speech, there were practical demonstrations. Right amount of humor as just fun, but that was right amount of humor that team required. When she said, because I joined yoga because it was free, and we all laughed. Delivery from the delivery purpose, it was just as if it was meditation going on. The pace was amazing. A few points very telling. Volume. It was a speech on yoga, not yoga. So you could have changed your volume expertise when you were and expression, when you were giving your own example in the start. Okay, so at that time you could have expressed your emotion, how bad you felt. When you told about that patient with remote pain. Okay, how he came, that voice, variety of voice, how he came, and see now how he is. You can see the photo. So that voice variation you can have, you could have included. History of yoga was not included. I felt you could have. The right use of PPT was not there because the last 2 demonstrations you could have included because they were where you can, how many times you can use. And the conclusion, you just use 90 minutes, you could have gone beyond that and had an impactful conclusion. That's it. With that, now it's time to call upon our fact team for the report. I would like to call upon our timer for today. For the report.
And report for regulator is Master Minak took 10 minutes 17 seconds. Toastmaster Praveen took 3 minutes 30 seconds. He is also qualified. Toastmaster Ramesh took 3 minutes 21 seconds. Toastmaster Rashmi took 3 minutes 2 seconds. Toastmaster Ruchi took 2 minutes 38 seconds. And lastly, Toastmaster Vijay took 3 minutes 30 seconds.
I think only one.
I think that's good to see all the speakers and all the organizations and sure so that let's call upon our counter for today for this report.
Yes. Toastmaster Vidya had hours, 1 hour, 1 hour and 1 hour. Toastmaster Meenakshi had 1 hour and 2 hours. Toastmaster Ravi had 1 hour, which I felt a little unnecessary. 1 hour, 2 short long pauses, two short pauses and 1 long pause. Toastmaster Praveen had 1 short pause. Toastmaster Padmapani had 2 hours, 2 hours and 2 short pauses and 1 long pause. Toastmaster Dharmesh had around 10 hours and 2 repetitions. And Toastmaster Soham had like 2 hours, 1 hour and 1 short pause. Toastmaster Rashmi had 2 buts and 11 hours, 2 ins and Toastmaster Rohidas had 1 hour, 1 hour and 1 short pause. Toastmaster Ruchi had 1 hand and 1 hour. Toastmaster Ruchi had 1 hour. Toastmaster Ruchi had 4 hours. Toastmaster Amrita had 2 hours and like that.
That's for the one our debate for today. That is Toastmaster.
Evening once again. I'm glad that people use my word of the day for today's night. Beginning with the female Toastmaster Divya used the word of the day and an interesting phrase. Dash and dash. What is it? Are important ingredients in the and perseverance are the important ingredients in the recipe of success. Toastmaster Ravi used both word of the day and phrase of the day. Toastmaster Padmabani used word of the day and a good phrase while goose chase. Toastmaster Rashmi used my word of the phrase of the day. Toastmaster Vidya used word of the day. Toastmaster Soham did not use any word of the day, but I'll leave it up to you to decide use one which is suck it all of you losers. What do you think it is? A good or bad thing? Do you guys not remember? Yes. Use it. No improper usages so far as of my report. I apologize if I missed anybody who used it. It's because I was, deeply involved.
So much Toastmaster Rajai. And with that, finally, thank you for several evaluators report that for. Meeting started well on time, and I'm sure it will end well on time. So it's highly commendable that we can follow. Coming staff with us, he well explained the instructions, he read the submission, and he did justice to whatever role he had. Moving ahead, our presiding officer, Dheeraj, what an interesting and captivating way to engage all of us. With the simplest of the things that how important the meetings are, and how much effort do the ExCom put in for arranging a single meeting. I'm sure with that, we should not back out at the last moment, and that's the lesson we all learned from this way, the way he started this narration. He introduced guests, he welcomed guests. Going ahead to our TNOD for today. That is Toastmaster Vidya. A little timid girl who looks really tiny when she comes on the stage. She had to, really live that fearless, that timidness all aside, and then she took a lot of courage and she has stepped there. So can we please give her a round? Olympics, just going all around the newspapers, media, everywhere. I'm sure this thing was really captivating, but how many of us could relate to it? At least not me, because I do not follow all. So now, how could we make this theme more interesting? The question rises there. How could we all relate and get along with the theme? That could be the people's presentation. It could be like a movie, how Olympics started. Questions could be put up here on the screen. Answers could have been there on the screen, and we all could resonate or retain the questions and answers that were on the screen. This would be the better way to put up your theme and engage us all throughout from beginning to end. Okay, moving ahead, you did justice by rectifying your mistakes wherever you did not introduce the topic, wherever you fell short of few things. I really appreciate that from you, and that's what is the journey. rules, regulations, very nicely, very clear. But it's a rocket. So, for the benefit of guests, I request you to go slow. Flip the card, red card, yellow card. You know. So the guests who are there for the first time, they all are not blank and just sitting like this. What happens? Next is our counter. Well explained role, lot of clarity in explanation. He set a very good example to explain as if when he was giving the sentence, he also said that, oh, I have mentioned and I'm going to take a note of up first. So appreciate you for that. You can just add a little more creativity in your report while delivering your report. So that would make the report completely engaging and captivating. Remaining, coming to Toastmaster Ajay. He has chosen the WOD, POD, which are relatable to our theme for today. I highly appreciate you for that. Resilience and rising to the occasion were most of us trying to use that. That's also commendable. Now, for few guests who are sitting here, did you all notice that whenever the speakers, evaluators, or rather anyone was speaking the word of the day, resilience or rising to the occasion, we all were actually showing them thumbs up. Yes? Did you have a question? Why are you doing this? Exactly. So this point has to be mentioned by our Toastmaster or our Romanian of the day, that whenever the speaker is losing, speaker, evaluator, rather anybody is losing, please appreciate them, encourage them by showing thumbs up. This was this. I would request you to next time do this application work. Going ahead with the our entertainment package of speakers was amazing. Can we give all the speakers? With all the speakers being qualified, it shows that we have got wonderful quality speakers coming up. We all are here to learn, explore, and grow. So I have no recommendations for all my speakers. You all have done justice to your speeches. Coming to my evaluators, again, top-notch evaluators here in the row. As each and every evaluator is qualified, they apply standards and methods for evaluation, that is recommendations, and sum up. So kudos for all speakers. Before I end my report, I just want to give you all one feedback that is applicable to me as well, which we all are not doing. Power of pauses. That starts from all speakers, to all role players, to all evaluators. Pause is something, or pace is something that we all need to learn. Whether it was so much from Meenakshi, whether it was Neeraj, or it's me myself. How to pace your speeches, how to pace your narration. Go slow. We are here to exchange our thoughts. The person who is listening to you cannot grab anything at one go. We have a lot of enthusiasm there with us to speak and convey our mind to all of you. But how far is it going to the head of the audience that's here? That's one thing we all here would like to learn, and I would like to request our ExCom to arrange some workshop if he could for this reason and this platform too. And overall, all in all, smashing the meeting, well on time, and ending well on time. With that, I'm really happy. Over to you, Toastmasters. I would request you all to submit your code. The ones who have this channel, I would request you to pass it on to our guests so that they can scan and give their code. The link has been sent in the WhatsApp.
excellent theme of today's meeting. I would hope that we all remember and keep the fire of resilience, innovation, storytelling, and progress alive within us. I would like to call upon our presiding officer to give the closing.
Thank you, Toastmasters, for the wonderful team on Olympics and General Evaluator for the detailed and insightful feedback. From the feedback we learn, we go and we improve, and that's how we become mandate. Okay, so meanwhile we are doing the voting for the best role players, best evaluators, and best speakers. I have some announcement for all of you. How many of you know the date of contest of our club? Can anyone tell what is the date? So 21st of September is the date for contest. We have two contests, evaluation contest and leader speech contest. Please do participate in the contest. You will learn that where you stand and you will listen to the people, and that's how you will improve as a person. And you will add humor to your life and as well as evaluation proper manner. As I mentioned that we will have a evaluation contest. So for that we have an evaluation online session on Friday, that is 30th August from 9 to 10 p.m. It is an online evaluation session. I request everyone to please join and learn that how to do proper evaluation. After that, we have an evaluation workshop on 31st August. That is a physical evaluation at the regular meeting club. And last announcement is that we have a Leader in Me award that is valid, and for that we have to fulfill some criteria. The criteria is already posted in our WhatsApp group. Today again I will post it after the meeting. Please do read it and try to get the Leader in Me award. Last time we had 16 members from our club who got the Leader in Me award, and I expect that this time we will get 32 members of our club to get the Leader in Me award. So please just check out. We are double the energy, we are doing double the effort, we will do everything double. Whole XCOM is laughing, and it's okay. This is competition, we are doing better. One more thing, like for Leader in Me award, you need to do some role play, and you will not get all the speech slots and everything. So for that, you can go outside club. So we have formed one outside, another WhatsApp group that is mentioned in the regular WhatsApp group link. The link in the description portion of this WhatsApp group is there. So please go there and join that WhatsApp. We have two new members who are joined who will do the installation of those new members. So all the new members who are joined, please come on the stage. Recently joined new members of the club. Please come on the stage. There are three members. One is present. We will do the installation of one member who is present. So whenever a new member joins, we take one comment from the member as well as from the club. I will read here, and at the end you have to say I agree. So membership in Toastmasters is a privilege, and the only way to gain the benefit of the program is to actively participate. Do you Toastmasters promise to attend club meetings regularly and prepare for all your duties to the best of your ability? Now I ask all the club members, do the members of Agnel Toastmasters pledge to support Toastmasters in their quest for self-development and promise to make this Toastmaster leadership a rewarding and fulfilling experience? Yes. What's do it? Yes. Congratulations on your official member. Thank you. Are you done with the polling? So we have an icebreaker speech. So for icebreaker speech, also request Toastmaster Ravi to come on the stage. Please. Today we are missing Ron because Ron interrupts if people are not planning.
congratulations for being present. Now the most awaited part, that is best speaker, best in the role player. So we'll start with the best auxiliary role players. Any guesses who got the best auxiliary role players among timer, grammarian, and our counter? One more guess. Toastmaster Agnel. Now, best role player. Who is the best role player among T-Mod and the? Now comes best evaluator. Any guesses? Out of 6 best, all are best, but who is the bestest of best? Last Saturday, if anyone tells the right, I will give the party. Last. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. No, it's Toastmaster Vidya. You are not confident. Now comes the most awaited best speaker out of the 6 speakers. Any guesses for the last time? This confidence you are saying. So this time, if this confidence you are saying and it does not fulfill, and it does not is the truth, and you have to do the part. One more time. Thank you. Now you have that. Okay, so Toastmaster Rohit. Thank you for attending this meeting. Our session is open for networking. I close this meeting with yes.
Networking photo.
Photo.
For which I